Welcome to the Nickelodeon All-Stars Hunger Games. I'm your host, Q-Wall. Thank you for joining me. Subscribers, thank you for watching as well. Please stick around to the end for a message. And let's begin. We have 12 districts here. I'm not going to go through and introduce everyone. I'm going to let them kind of introduce themselves through the course of the events of this game. Let's begin. As the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds. Patrick runs away from the cornucopia. SpongeBob also runs away from the cornucopia, perhaps taking a example from his friend. Danny Phantom snatches a bottle of alcohol and a rag. What's he up to? Lucy, Sandy, and Lincoln work together to get as many supplies as possible. Good plan. Blue runs away from the cornucopia. I guess that could be seen. That could be guessed. Cat Dog runs away from the cornucopia. Timmy runs away from the cornucopia as well. Heifer runs away from the cornucopia. Ren runs away from the cornucopia. Hugh runs away from the cornucopia. Everyone's running away from the cornucopia. Except Rocco. He snatches a pair of sais, so I assume is a weapon. Zim, Sheen, Gert, and Tommy share everything they've gathered before running. Jimmy runs away from the cornucopia. Tucker runs away from the cornucopia. Stimpy scares Steve away from the cornucopia. Arnold gathers as much food as he can. Chucky takes a spear from inside the cornucopia. He's one of the few people taking a weapon. Let's proceed. Gurr receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Timmy overhears Heifer and Rocco talking in the distance. Sandy makes a wooden spear. Helga collects fruit from a tree. Chucky and Ren split up to search for resources. Arnold, Danny Phantom, Patrick, and Zim hunt for other tributes. Tucker and Lucy work together for the day. Interesting duo. Cat Dog overhears SpongeBob and Tommy talking in the distance. Hugh is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Blue, Steve, Jimmy, and Sheen raid Stimpy's camp while he's hunting. Lincoln receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. How kind. As the day comes to a close, no cannon shots can be heard in the distance. In the evening, Lucy receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Patrick quietly hums. Steve receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Tommy, Sandy, and Lincoln discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. Rocco screams for help for some reason. Timmy quietly hums. Ren receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Danny Phantom lets Hugh into his shelter. SpongeBob quietly hums. Sheen is awoken by nightmares. Helga goes to sleep. Tucker receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Jimmy, Chucky, Cat Dog, and Arnold sleep in shifts. Gurr sets an explosive off, killing Stimpy, Heifer, and Zim. Jeez. And Blue thinks about home and all those nice talking furniture. On to day 2. Tucker tries to sleep through the entire day. Gurr, Chucky, and Arnold hunt for other tributes. Savages. Sheen and Sandy work together for the day. Cat Dog makes a slingshot. Danny Phantom stabs Timmy while his back is turned. Brutal. Lucy poisons Tommy's drink, but he mistakes it for his own and dies. Ren tries to spear fish with a trident. Lincoln fishes. Jimmy searches for a water source. Patrick and Blue hunt for other tributes. Helga forces Steve to kill SpongeBob or Hugh, and he decides to kill the beloved SpongeBob. Rocco tries to spearfish with a trident. This day has more casualties. 6 cannon shots could be heard in the distance. Got Stimpy, District 5. Heifer, District 6. Zim, District 7. Timmy, District 9. Lucy, District 3. And SpongeBob, District 1. On to night 2. Sheen loses sight where he is. Hugh and Chucky hold hands to comfort each other. Ren receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Jimmy, Arnold, Gurr, and Danny Phantom sleep in shifts. Tommy is awoken by nightmares. Poor baby, no one's there to even hold him. Helga is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Lincoln receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. He's been getting a lot of help so far. Sandy and Patrick tell stories about themselves to each other. Rocco receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Blue climbs a tree to rest. Tucker tries to sing himself to sleep. And CatDog defeats Steve in a fight, but spares his life. Wow. On to day 3, Arnold travels to higher ground. Sheen diverts Sandy's attention and runs away. CatDog throws a knife into Chucky's chest. Brutal. Patrick fishes. It's kind of ironic. Tucker practices his archery. Lincoln dies of dysentery. Oh, poor guy. He's been getting all those medical supplies too. Steve also travels to higher ground. Hugh stabs Jimmy while his back is turned. Father betrays son. Ren receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Gurr injures himself. He fell off a cliff or something. Rocco and Tommy work together for the day. Helga searches for firewood. Danny Phantom receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. And Blue takes the time to explore the arena. In the evening, 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Chucky, District 10. Lincoln, District 3. And Jimmy, District 2. On to night 3. Gurr, Helga, Sheen, and Sandy, and Ren sleep in shifts. Steve, Hugh, and Blue start fighting, but Hugh runs away as Steve kills Blue. Jeez. First Hugh kills Jimmy, now Steve kills Blue. What's next? Patrick stabs Arnold in the back with a trident. The fish becomes the fisher. CatDog sets up camp for the night. Tommy again is awoken by nightmares. Danny Phantom receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Rocco tries to sing himself to sleep. Tucker is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Tough luck, bud. Patrick is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Rocco, Tucker, Gurr, and Sheen hunt for other tributes. Ren is also pricked by thorns while picking berries. Helga, Steve, and CatDog get into a fight. CatDog triumphantly kills them both. Kind of serves Steve right for, killing Blue, but who's for me to say? Sandy and Hugh hunt for other tributes. Danny Phantom receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Tommy tries a spearfish with a trident. At the end of the day, 4 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Blue, District 12. Arnold, District 8. Helga, District 8. And Steve, District 12. On to the night of day 4. Sheen destroys Danny Phantom's supplies while he is asleep. He's gonna have a rough time in the morning. Gurr tries to sing himself to sleep. Tommy, Rocco, and Hugh discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. Ren goes to sleep. Okay. Tucker questions his sanity. Patrick and Cat Dog talk about the other tributes still alive. And Sandy also, like Tucker, questions her sanity. On to day 5. Sandy steals from Gur while he isn't looking. Cat Dog discovers a river flowing with fish. Tommy forces Patrick to kill Ren or Rocco. He refuses to kill, so Tommy kills him instead. That ruthless little baby. Tucker overhears Danny Phantom and Hugh talking in the distance. Sheen falls into a frozen lake and drowns. Poor guy. Never stood a chance. At the end of day 5, 2 shots can be heard in the distance. Patrick, District 1. Sheen, District 2. As night falls, Gur destroys Tommy's supplies while he's asleep. Danny Phantom unfortunately dies from an infection. Ren, the simpleton, attempts to climb a tree, but falls to his death. Tucker destroys Hugh's supplies while he's asleep. Sandy and Cat Dog hold hands. Very touching. And Rocco receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Tucker and Rocco work together to drown Cat Dog. Ruthless. Gur decides not to go to the feast. Sandy decides not to go to the feast. Hugh decides not to go to the feast. Tommy decides not to go to the feast. Yeah, the feast probably isn't a good idea. Sorry, Cat Dog. Gur makes a wooden spear. Tucker begs for Rocco to kill him, but he refuses, keeping Tucker alive. Hugh decides to make a slingshot. Sandy searches for firewood, and Tommy, that crafty baby, makes a slingshot as well. At the end of day 6, 3 cannon shots could be heard in the distance. Danny Phantom, District 4. Ren, District 5. And Cat Dog, District 11. On to the night of day 6. Gur accidentally steps on a landmine. Are we going to assume he is toast? Hugh receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Sandy destroys Rocco's supplies while he is asleep, and Tucker destroys Tommy's supplies while he's asleep. It's going to be interesting to see how the events unfold as we get closer and closer to having just one victor. On to day 7. Tommy searches for a water source. Sandy, again, questions her sanity. Rocco receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. And Hugh and Tucker, an unlikely duo, work together for the day. At the end of day 7, 1 shot can be heard in the distance. Gur, District 7. Night falls on day 8. Night falls on day 7. Getting a little ahead of myself here. Hugh bleeds out due to untreated injuries. Poor man. Sandy thinks about winning. She has a very good chance. Rocco starts a fire. Tucker thinks about home. And Tommy, that baby, receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. I mean, you kind of have to. He's just a little baby. Crafty baby, though. Day 8. Tommy, that crafty baby, slices Rocco with a sword. Tucker repeatedly stabs Sandy to death with scythes. Okay. 3 shots can be heard in the distance. Pow, pow, pow. Hugh, District 11. Rocco, District 6. And Sandy, District 9. And to think she was just the day before thinking about winning. Let's go on. We have Tucker and Tommy left. Let's see how the events unfold. Night 8. Tommy dies from hunger. Come on, Tommy. And the winner is Tucker from District 4. I did not see that coming at all. Tommy was strong from really the beginning, and then he just passes out in the night from not eating enough. Tommy did get second place, though. He's, like I said, a crafty baby. And the final results. Cat Dog ended tied with Gurr for the most kills. Tucker kind of kept it low-key, only had 2 kills the whole time. But again, he outlasted Tommy and won. Thanks again for watching. Subscribers, thank you especially. A couple weeks ago I was at 0 subscribers, and here I am sitting with 17. It's awesome to have you all here. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed the Nickelodeon All-Star Hunger Games. Let me know if you would like to see this again. Let me know of any tributes you'd like to see, if you would like to see this again. And for all you who are not subscribed, as always, if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. It's free, and you can always unsubscribe if you really want to later. Thanks again for watching.